My electrical activity is fucking wonky, bro.
Yeah. You're probably just too like charged.
I might be too charged.
Yeah.
But they're not trying to hear it. But yeah, dude, so yeah, then like, so that guy's like, structurally your brain's fine. So like, go get the EEG to check the electrical components. The next possibility. Dude, they fucking strobe lights in your eye. It's pretty sick, dude. They close your eyes, and then a lady goes out from the room. She's like, "Open your eyes," and it's like, like crazy.
It's like a rave.
It is.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick. And the whole time, I'm trying to mind freak her to be like, "Dude, she's about to see some crazy shit."
Right. Like you showed her a picture of the Buddha in your brain,
trying to make her see stuff. Right. But yeah, no, it was nothing. They were like, yeah, you're fucking good. And I told her, I'm like, yo, as long as I don't smoke weed, this doesn't happen. They were like, you should go on bipolar medicine. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Not happening. It's anticonvulsant also for bipolar. And I was like, what's the side effects? And she was like, well, nothing really. And I'm like, no side effects at all. And she was like, there's a rash 10% of people get that, like, in a small percent of those could be fatal if it's not treated. And I was like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
I'm good.
Well, why is it bipolar medicine? Like, you're not showing any symptoms of like you're not like happy one minute and then like flipping the fuck out. Like,
I mean, yeah, I am.
Well, yeah, but like everybody.
Everybody is. But it's like anticonvulsant. That's all they use off-label. They off-label a lot of that stuff.
Okay.
So like, it also works. It's like it must just completely. They said it like blocks the uptake of sodium in the brain, which it probably has like a mind deadening effect. So if you were bipolar, it'd probably be like, thank you, this is a welcoming,
right.
You know, it's a welcoming reprieve. And I'm like, yo, I kind of need to ride those manic highs for a living. So
yeah.
How about you don't fuck me up professionally forever?
They're trying to turn you into a soy face person.
Kind of, dude. And I'm like, yo, no, thank you.
You're like, I'm a creative, dude.
And I told her, I was like, dude, if I don't smoke weed, it doesn't happen. She was like, you should still probably go on this medication. I was like, no.
Right. I do love that they're like, we want you to smoke weed, though.
I know. They're like, well, you don't want to have to not, like, do that. I'm like, I'd probably be fine. I'm 37. I've abused weed since I'm 14. It's time I stopped. My brain's literally being like, yo, dude, stop smoking weed.
They're like, we're sending you to Shutter Island.
Do you feel like you should have just powered through that? Like maybe you were receiving something from the heavens, like it's some invisible lightning, a Philip K. Dick sort of pink beam moment. Like it could have, maybe you could have smoked through that and then wrote 400 novels. Like you could have wrote Blade Runner.
Well, funny you say that. So they say people with temporal lobe epilepsy, which again, I have an electrical imbalance that can get aggravated from different stressors, be it weed, caffeine, or like extreme stress.
Okay.
That isn't my temporal. So technically, I exhibit temporal lobe epilepsy, but my seizure threshold is pretty high because I talk to other people who have it, and like depending on where it hits you, there's dudes that'll just like I'll be doing the podcast if I had like their version of it and just go it's silent for like 5 minutes, and I don't even know I'm doing it, and all of a sudden I'll be like, yeah, anyway, and it's like you just go blank. So there's like different versions of it and different things that can happen. But it's like, again, mine's super. It's like the whole idea is like avoiding those episodes, and I'm like, if I just don't smoke weed, I'm fine.
Yeah,
right.
So it's like it's easy for me. But the guys, apparently, it's people with temporal lobe epilepsy. It's linked to what the fuck's the word, like hypographia? It's this extreme like compulsive writing. Dostoevsky had it. They said Vincent van Gogh had it. Oh wow. And hyper religiosity. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So they're just like, we are diagnosing you with being a legend.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. Your chart here says you're prolific.
Says your seizure threshold is bussin'.
But Van Gogh had it, so I started reading about him a lot because I don't like him.
You hate Van Gogh?
Dude, you read about his life. I didn't know he had, the fucking gift and the curse, but he was a nightmare, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, he like, he was doing his thing. I think his dad was a minister. He was into that, and he's like, nah, I kind of want to paint. So he started painting, and then, like, people don't like. I think my mic just goes. I'm having a fucking seizure. Fuck, my shit cut out.
Your electricity broke the machine.
Damn! Holy shit, dude!
It's back on, dude. I'm telling you, I fuck electrical stuff.
What a zap!
Dude, I was like, no, it's happening now.
You powers!
Dude, you like the lawnmower, man, dude.
I'm telling you. When I go to banks and shit for the first time, they're always like, oh, our computer's having problems. And I always joke, like, yeah, I think I fucked up electricity.
You're like the kid in Logan.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. I fuck electricity up.
I think my Mac died for a second. I got to get it fixed. It keeps dying. It came back on.
For sure.
We'll see.
There's a rational explanation.
It's got temporal lobe.
But no, Van Gogh was like, he had these violent mood swings, and people didn't know what was going on, but they say he was having like temporal lobe seizures, and like, so he was doing the art thing. It's like, that's not really going well. He goes to France and he starts painting, and they're all drinking absinthe. Absinthe is, I think the word's like epilogenetic or something. Like, it makes people have seizures. They were giving it to dogs to induce seizures in dogs so they can study it. So he's just pounding this shit with French people.
Hell yeah.
And he lost his fucking... He went nuts because he
That
kept
rocks.
having these seizures where his version of it where he would get so fucking mad and freak out and like attack people. And he'd be like, dude, fuck you, get out of here. So then people were like, that guy sucks. No one knew what was going on. He's like, fuck that. And he like wanted to drink and that just makes it even worse. Yeah. So he goes and then he invites his boy he knows. He's like, yo, please come live with me.
Goggin, right? Paul Gauguin or whatever.
That was his name.
Yeah.
He was like, please come fucking live with me. It'd be a dream. We could paint together. We do all this stuff. And apparently they say it affects libido in certain people too. So they go hyposexual.
Okay.
So they just don't want to fuck. They don't want to fuck at all. But then they're saying some people will just be like, well, maybe I'll like fuck dudes. Or it fucks with dude sexuality.
Yeah.
So he's like living with this guy. And the dude was just like, yeah, I'm just like going out and getting whores and stuff. Like this rules.
Yeah.
They'd go out to drink together and he'd be like, he would have these fits and he'd start throwing shit at him like, you gotta stop fucking these whores. But everyone thinks like he was gay for Goggin or whatever.
Sure,
David Goggins, I think his name.
Yeah, David Goggins. He's like,
You gotta wake up and paint, motherfucker.
you wake up at 4 a.m. you go insane.
You gotta fuck these hookers, dude. But yeah, he like was freaking out at that guy. And apparently according to the Goggins like journals or whatever, he would be like totally annoying, like, dude, come, I'm so sorry. He would spaz on him, like, dude, I'm so sorry, so sorry. And he said Vincent Van Gogh would wake up, would be like trying to get into his bed, and he'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? He'd go, and he would run out the room. It would happen all the time.
He was a gay incel.
Dude, literally. And then so the guy's like, and then he like that was like the day the dude went out on like a date or something, and Van Gogh's all pissed and cut it. He like had another thing. He cut his own fucking ear off. That was all like these epileptic fits.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That's what they think.
He sent it to a lady. I think he was trying to fuck.
Right? Yeah.
Something like that. He dropped it at a brothel. He dropped it at a brothel, kind of like, stop fucking my friend, or I'm gonna drop body parts off.
He sent it by like a carrier pigeon.
He wanted to go. He had a compulsion where he was gonna go stab that guy, his boy, his best buddy / like his crush.
Yeah.
He wanted to stab him with a piece of broken glass. This dude was a fucking nightmare.
What a queen.
And he decided not to. He was like, I can't do that. I love him too much. So he cuts his own ear off. And drama queen drops it off at a brothel, and they're like, ew, dude, what the fuck?
Van Gogh would be so much more famous now if he was on like the Real Housewives.
Oh, yeah.
Just going nuts.
Van Gogh would be on SNL.
Dude, so then it doesn't stop. So then the Goggins guy is like, dude, fuck you. This is crazy. I'm out. Because they were all like, Goggins, what did you do? And he's like, I didn't fucking do anything, dude. I hate this guy. So he moves away, and Vincent Van Gogh's brother loved him dearly. So he was like, he went to like a nut house for a little bit, and Van Gogh's brother like paid for the whole thing. He's like, I love you. I'll take care of you. And he's like, dude, I love Goggins. I want to hang with Goggins so bad. And so he was like, can I live with you? And he's like, dude, I got like a wife and kids. Like I'll put you up. I'll pay for you. And he's like, man, this sucks. I'm so lonely. So then like Christmas time, he's like, can you please come hang out with me? And his brother was like, dude, let me do this Christmas day. I'll come see you. And he like went out in the field and shot himself, being a drama queen in the chest.
I also heard there was a rumor that he was like playing with some kids in the woods, and they like might have shot him. And
really?
He took the heat for him. Yeah.
That's kind of nice to hear. That's a good legacy.
But it kind of sounds weird also, like I was playing with some kids in the woods and they shot me.
Yeah.
Sounds like the defense of a pedophile.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we find like the lost Van Gogh painting. It's all just like David Podesta stuff. Like little boys' asses and dicks.
John Podesta.
Yeah. Sorry, John. Excuse me, John Podesta.
Not David. That's Goggins.